Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome to Edified Woman. My name is Rachel Kahugu. I'm your host for the day and for the show. And today we're going to have one of the most amazing Edified Woman shows that I've ever had, because I'm having one of my very good friends, an amazing woman, one of the most renowned journalists in Kenya, in Africa, south of Sahara, north of Zimbabwe.
Oh, yes.
Or is that how it's said? And so because of that, I want for you to take a minute or a second and subscribe and share this link with other people so that we'll get to have an amazing time. So today we are having a conversation that is very relatable to so many people, and not only women, as much as when you talk about it, most people relate it with women, but it affects literally everyone. And so I invite you to tune in and have an amazing time together with us. But even as it starts, we have our merchandise, we have our cups, we have our mugs, we have everything. And so, support the show by purchasing for your friend. Sawa sawa? Good. Also, very soon we'll be having something that will be coming up that is a gathering for all of us, just to meet and have an amazing time and take tea and food and have fun. So we'll be giving you dates for that. So keep it tuned. Is that how it said? On our social media pages at Edified Woman, and you will get the updates. Now, without further ado, or much ado, I'd like to invite our guest, the one and only, most beautiful journalist,
Oh my God.
Sylvia Wanja. Drum rolls!
At this point, it will carry you everywhere I go to introduce me.
For that kind of introduction.
Yeah, just for the introduction, because I feel so very important.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. It is always good to be talking. I talk for a living.
So Wanja and I, we can talk and talk and talk and talk.
Yeah.
And so we decided we just want to bring a part of what we talk about to this particular podcast. And we're so happy to have you, Wanja.
I'm so excited to be
For real.
here, as always.
Now, for the people who are singing for the very first time, we're going to be saying about two journalists, but you wear so many hats, including singing and acting. You're literally a creative.
Yeah.
So please introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Let's hope I remember everything I do. But hi
You
guys,
have
how
to.
are you? My name is Sylvia Wanja. I'm a multimedia journalist by profession, but aside from that, I'm a creative. I cut across almost all creative fields, that is acting, script writing, singing, a bit of drawing, but I'm rusty.
You're getting there.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I love talking to people, impactful talking.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to be here.
Thank you.
And let's take along and learn together.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really, really amazing topic.
Yeah.
So make sure to take up on
Me
that.
too.
Yeah.
Now, this season of Edified, we are talking about becoming.
Yeah.
And one of the ways that women become is by them knowing who they are and believing in who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So a conversation that we're having today is a conversation that we've had before, but ile too lightly. Na ni kwa sababu nilikuwa nimejam. And so today we are talking about body shaming. Is that the word? Unajua nimeanza tu asili. Is that the word?
Yeah. Body shaming.
We're talking about body shaming.
Yeah.
And how that relates to every, not woman, but literally everyone.
Almost everyone, yeah.
Almost everyone. Through statistics, is it 9 in every 10 people wamekuwa na ka issue ya body shaming in their lives at some point?
That's a big number.
And that's a really huge number.
9 out of 10.
9 out of
That's
10
like
people.
almost everyone.
Yes. And this could be from friends, from partners, from family and all that.
Yeah.
But because you've had this conversation before, why would you say it's very important for us to talk about the issue of body shaming?
Ooh, I feel like it's something that we've taken lightly as a society. And if we look at the many people who are committing suicide, most of them is because they lack self-worth, because of something someone said. So you might think, oh, I'm just making a comment. You know of this friend, maybe when you knew them back then, they were slimmer, and then you meet them, you're like, oh my God, umenona. This is how you present it, like, yeah, or it was the opposite. They were big, and then like, kwani uligonjeka? Are you okay? Do you have, like, is it a chronic illness or something? Okay. Like, this is how someone will phrase something in a not so kind way.
Yeah.
And let me say, right now it's not like kitambo where unakanyagia tu story. Right now, anything you say is really taken to heart. Yeah. So mentally, psychologically, mtu nikakosa kuwa sawa because of something that was said. So I feel like body shaming is something that we'll talk about because people are normalizing it, and it shouldn't be normal. It shouldn't be normal you walking up to me and telling me, hey, no man, no, that's cool, like it has nothing to do with the conversation. So why are you bringing it up? I'm like, hey, umekonda, ushinipe food nikakata, you know, it raises so many questions. So I will say, it's not normal to just walk up to someone and make an insensitive comment about how they look. Okay, if it's not kind, keep it to yourself. Thank you.
Tumesema ukijam umeban.
Sijajam. I'm just talking.
What I like about this particular conversation is that we started talking about it before tuifanyia hapa kwa podcast because of a comment that someone made. And this particular time, it was someone who was very close to me, and they said something, and everyone else mwenye alikuwa karibu na mimi akajam. Like it was so, and yet from his perspective, he was probably saying it from a point of, oh my God, are you okay?
But still, I feel like there's a way to address these conversations, and I feel like that is not something that we have taken into consideration. Unasema tu ikutoke, but you don't know how it's affecting the other person. So if you're saying it out of concern and not out of malice, this is how you will address it. Put someone to the side, go like, hey, hi, I've noticed this and this. Is everything okay? Is it emotional eating? Do you want to talk about it? Like, create a safe environment. If you want to bring it out. But here, to make insensitive comments, we are not going to normalize that.
Have you ever been in a space where you felt like you yourself, you've made a careless statement without you knowing?
Severally. I'm no angel. Kama ningekuwa angel, ningekuwa nalala mbinguni na shuka asubuhi. But now because I live here on earth, I feel like the art of communication is something we learn every day because we've been brought up in different backgrounds. What I know as right is not what you know as right. So it has pushed me to want to understand people better, to get to understand spaces better, to know how to read a room, because you can't say anything anywhere, but there are spaces where you can say anything. So it is important for you to learn and unlearn some certain things and relearn some certain things when it comes to how you communicate with people. You might make a joke with a friend, come away to a joke, nice, like we're funny, we laugh about it. I can't make the same joke with someone else who I don't have a connection with. You're overstepping. Back up. That's not your lane. You know. So I feel like every day, put yourself out there to want to learn. And because people value different things, try to stand on a neutral ground. There's something I read somewhere that was very profound, that in any time you're interacting with people, don't take a bias of, I was raised this way. Take a third party, neutral view of things. Like, try and look at it on the outside. You're like, okay, you know what? Same way I would want someone to give me grace, I'll give you grace. But I'll also call you out. Not normalize everything. So and I wouldn't mind if someone calls me and says, that was not nice. It'll make me go think about what I did and figure out a better way to approach things.
I hear you. I love that you mentioned about the third party perspective.
Without any bias.
I feel like most of the time tunaangalianga vitu from ingekuwa mimi by
my
the way.
point of view. Mimi nisingedo hivyo. Mbona
ingekuwa mimi?
Singe.
Sly, what would you say about a woman who understands and loves their body? Because I feel like we talk about understanding your worth, understanding where you are mentally, but we don't talk as much about understanding and loving your body and being comfortable in who you are. Does that inakusaidia in any way?
Let me say this, like, as a woman in the 21st century, that is a very fast skill of survival. You need to know your self-worth, and that comes through self-awareness. If you don't have that, this world is ready to devour you whole. Haitakubakisha yote, itakumaliza. And it's not an easy journey. It's not a journey of waking up and you're like, oh, you know what, I'm confident, I love the way I look. Flaws are there, okay? Sometimes you don't like the size of your eyes. You can't afford surgery to go fix it. So what do?
Love it.
Hey, you'll have to love it. You'll have to accept it as it is. You want, okay, I almost said the wrong word, but like, you want to look a certain way, but you can't afford Botox. So what do? Hate yourself till
BBL.
kingdom come? No, you can't. You have to learn to accept yourself flaws and all, because again in life you need to have balance. You can't expect all the time itakuwa nikikaa fiti. And also coming to the realization of it's okay to have some low moments, but don't stay stuck there. Come up with things to remind yourself. Come up with routines, rituals that you do on a daily to remind yourself of your self-worth. Look at yourself in the mirror, the things that you're uncomfortable about yourself. Look at them and affirm yourself. Say, you know what? This is actually really pretty. Because like there's I'm like 1 out of 10 who look like this. So like, it's okay. I'm unique. You know?
Yeah,
So
I think that's a good way to go about it.
Jichoche every time, because sometimes no one will do it for you. And I know that is what pushes so many people into wrong relationships. That's a whole other topic I don't want to go into. But if you wake up every day, tell yourself you're beautiful, remind yourself you look nice, tell yourself I love you. Because again, we as women, let me speak to women, we are our own worst enemies. You're the first person to stand in the mirror and pick out a flaw. Okay? So instead of seeing it as a flaw, call it a beauty mark because it's unique. So like, this is a beauty mark. Let me tell you a story. Okay, I'm diverting. You know, I'm a journalist by profession.
Keep going.
So I'm sorry, guys. But like, growing up, people used to make fun of me a lot because of the mild gap tooth. They really used to make fun of me. And I remember one time I went home and my grandmother was around and I was like, you know what? Shoot me, I'm tired. They're making fun of me. Anytime comes in science class, after we were introduced to the concept of diastema. So people used to call me the girl with the diastema. It was so bad. Kids, kindergarten kids can be very
people can be crazy.
And I was a child. So I'm imagining growing up
and
as
it
a
gets
child.
to you.
Without self-worth. So I went to my grandma and I was like, you know what? Hey, she's showing me Miss Bendy. I was telling her when I grow up, I'm going to close it. I don't know what to do, but I know dentists will figure out how to close it. And then she told me one story. She was like, you know what? I thank the Lord for that woman. She's late now, but like what the lessons she left with us, they're stuck through a lifetime. And she was like, you know, back in the day, during her time, people with gap tooth walikuwa wanalipiwa mahari double. So they were married to chiefs who could afford them because it was considered a lucky thing to marry someone with a gap tooth. So not just any ordinary person would marry someone with a lucky gap tooth. It was good fortune to have it. And since then, I love it. I love it. So I wake up and look at myself and I'm like, you look good. And that changed my whole trajectory about it. You know, I considered it a flaw. Kumbe kitambo ukiwa nayo umeomoka. You've made it in life. So again, also how you perceive things, your attitude, your mindset toward things really matters. So instead of seeing it as a setback, see it as an opportunity.
I think what I'm getting from what you're saying is that this is a mindset issue.
It's a mindset thing.
Once you're able to fix how you see yourself, how you think about yourself, then you're good to go.
Exactly. It doesn't matter what anyone else is. Because here's the thing, people will talk.
They will
talk. They will walk in town, mtu wa matatu, conductor akushautie, amemka tu na mood zake. Wewe mama mnono toka hapo. You're like, nimedu. Wewe na ukonde yako. You know, like, people will say really bad things. But like, if you know, like, sawa umenita mama, but that's not me. I'm a sawa umenita sindano in kone. But I know I'm not that. You're okay.
I remember when I was a bit younger. So I just shaved. Okay. Na mtu akijaribu kusema kitu wrong about it,
we are still healing, but like, it's cool.
When I was a bit younger, nilikuwa nimeshave. And by then I was like really young. I can't really remember, but I remember the statement. Or like, what, 7 years? 7, 8 years.
Okay. And do you remember
Class 1 ama 2? Yes, and I still remember. So unajua kitambo, ukishave, haikuanga na style unashave. Unashave tu yani. And then I remember, yes. Hivyo tu. And then I was wearing shorts, the matching shorts. Unajua wazazi wa kitambo, shorts and as a jeans. And then my dad was holding my hand and we were walking to church. And then a certain mzee said hi to him and then said to me, habari yako kijana? It stuck with me. What? And for some reason, I always hated to shave. But then later, as we said, once you realize that you're beautiful, you embrace yourself, it really builds your confidence and how you see yourself, how you relate with people, the opportunities that you get. And that's why we're talking about body shaming, because it's not only about how you see yourself, it's also about the opportunities that you'll get, how you'll approach partners, businesses. It's huge because you believe in yourself. And once you're able to believe in yourself, my darling, you can get anything that you want in this life. Yeah.
That's true.
And so what I'm saying is, the comments you make sometimes really stick with people. They to be quite careless about how we speak about other people's appearances.
They do. And speaking from a perspective of a person who I have been both. I've been really skinny and I've been really big. And I would say on both sides, someone had something to say. So it doesn't matter. I know there's this pressure of, let me lose weight or let me gain weight to just get them to shut up. But here's the thing, they won't shut up.
Yeah.
Everyone will always have something to say. So when I was small, they were like, gain weight when mkonde sana, haukuli kwani when mkonja kwani when again they're like, umenona sana, unakula sana tulie kidogo. I'm like, chill, nataka gani nikule niache kukula. Because now you're confusing me. Now here's the thing. If you get trapped in what people have to say, you won't live your life like as you. You will always try to fit into a mental picture that they make you try to fit. Like it's a box. You're a square, you're a star, wanataka kuingiza kwa square. You can't fit, you know?
Yeah.
So I think building your self-awareness, building your self-worth is the only way to get over body shaming. But yeah, that doesn't mean we're giving the people who have mastered and PhD degrees in making others feel small about themselves a chance to keep on doing what they're doing. Yeah. No, it's also for you to also change your ways. If you've been very insensitive when you're talking to people about their weight, there's some very touchy subjects. Yeah. Be careful. I don't compare to skin color. I like light skin. Go for light skins if you like light skins. Leave the dark skins alone. Yeah. I like dark skins. Achana na dark skin, basi kama achana na light skin and then dark skin unataka, There's these comments we make about people that they can't really change. That's who they are. So stop pinpointing it in your life. Just leave it. Achana nayo.
Go for what you like.
Go for what you want.
Also, do you have a perfect no?
I love no one asks for your opinion.
Oh, wow.
No one cares about what you like.
Or
just
don't
you.
like.
Just you. So do what makes you happy. You don't have to say it,
Let me ask, Sly. You're one of the people that I know have become very comfortable in who they are. Maybe because of what you've said. You've been skinny and you've been big.
I've been both.
You've been both. And you've had all kind of comments. And I think from that you've become very comfortable in who you are. And absolutely love it.
A little too comfortable.
Absolutely love it. What should you say is something that you should do, and this is not only for ladies, for gents as well, to get comfortable in who you are, to love who you are, and as much as you keep improving, not only because of how you look, but also because of health and all that. What should you say is something that you're supposed to do just to get comfortable in who you are?
Okay, so the subject of getting comfortable in your own skin, I would say it's very specific for everyone because we all do things in a different way. But I would say the most important thing in order for you to become comfortable in who you are is the journey of self-awareness, of not waiting for people to give you comments about you. You have already taken the time to know you, okay? So this requires times of self-reflection, a time when you're not on social media, a time when you're not with family, a time when you're not with friends, time for yourself. And that is what most people run away from. We don't want to sit with ourselves because we know we have so much baggage that we have not unpackaged from broken relationships, issues at home with family, so many issues that we carry with us, not knowing it's weighing us down. And it does affect our self-value. Hey, Murema. Hey! Hello? It does affect our self-value. Now, let's give an example. You grew up in a family whereby your parents were never really there to give you attention. You grow up, you get into a relationship whereby your partner wasn't much of an attention giver. And then it gets to a point whereby your mind forms a narrative that you're not wanted to be around. And now from there, every time you look at yourself in the mirror, you'll just see a failure, someone who looks ugly. And contrary to that, you're probably very beautiful, very handsome. You're probably someone else's dream somewhere. Mtu akiomba anadescribing wewe to the T. But because of the things that you have carried, you've not unpackaged, comes that trauma. And it's not a conversation many people like to have, but it's something you have to be willing to walk through and go through the healing process, okay? Do a lot of self-reflection. Sometimes you're carrying baggages you don't even know. So sit with yourself, write down in a journal, ask yourself, what am I feeling today? And don't say, fine. Feelings be sadness, happiness, anger. Don't just find an umbrella name for it. Go down, like be real with yourself. Yeah. Be real with yourself, because if you are not real with you, no one else will be real with you, okay? Because again, me, I'll see you in a different way. Yeah. I will perceive you in a different way. So only you can be real with you. And again, remember when I said about taking a neutral stand? During that's hiyo concept unajita kamkutano, unaketi hapa, so unajita mkutano, unaketi hapa, unatoa hiyo third person, unaketi hapa, unajiuliza maswali, unajiuliza, okay, what are we doing now? You are very shy. I've heard of people who walk around with masks. Because they're shy, they feel unafeel kama watu anakuangalia. Wakati people are so busy minding their business, exactly. But that is as a result of you not facing yourself. You're not facing what is the root cause of you behaving in a certain way. So I feel like take time with yourself. Be lady, be gent. Whatever baggages you're carrying you've never addressed, try address them. And then again, the affirmations, daily mantras, routines. If you feel like, I feel like I'm not fit enough, that's where you decide, okay, you know what, maybe I'll start trying to eat healthier. I will try working out. I will try do things that are good for me. I will eat healthy food. I'll take lots of water. I'll walk 10K steps every day. You figure out those things step by step as you keep going.
I think that is beautiful. And the fact that you've mentioned about partners as well. I was speaking to someone about this conversation like a week ago, and they said one of the things that she's learned in her journey, she's married, she said, get you a partner who actually likes you.
Word.
Get you a partner that actually likes you. Because as you said, it's what you hear and what you take in. And this is not only for your body, also how you think. A partner who actually appreciates your thought pattern, how you look. You'll build your confidence hata bila wewe kujua.
They'll hype you up.
They'll hype you
in
up.
all situations.
And what you hear, you see even how the word says that faith comes by hearing and hearing. So in this case, the word of God. But in this case, hearing and hearing about you and how amazing you are and how magnificent, is that the word? You are. It makes you believe in yourself 100%. And so get you a partner and friends that actually appreciate you. And then be someone that actually appreciates yourself and the people who are around you genuinely. Genuinely. And you'll grow.
Very true.
What should you say is one comment that has really never left your mind? No, tupe namba huyo mtu tumsalimie.
Simsalimie juu nishamsamehea na nikarealize I'm the only person who gave him power ya kuweza kusema hivyo. Ni mbaya, mbona nimeshout, umefanya nisikilizie hiyo sana kwa skill, but I think one comment that really stuck with me ni msali niambia ati na umegain sana, so alikuwa ananijua from back then when I was smaller. So we stay for like about 2 years, we've not met, and then we meet, and then akazuliza, laugh the reaction like, wow, msee only wewe. So I'm like, okay,
what's going on?
Like nini naendelea? Like, oh my god, itabidi when the gym. I'm like, itabidi. You need to go back to how you are. And I was like, okay. It really bothered me for a while. And I've never forgotten it till date. But it had to take a lot for me to like get rid of it from my system. I was like, okay, first things first, we're not even friends. Jana tuko friends. We just accreted to one another. And it went for 2 years without us meeting. So that community look accidental. So I had to come to terms with the fact that Umse Hana that much of a big space in my life for me to give heed to his comment. So, but before I didn't know that. So it had to take a lot of time of doing a lot of self-reflection for me to understand. First things first, so like whatever you say doesn't have to have an impact on me to that extent. So let's be careful what we say. It's not bad to share your comment, but like if it's gonna be insensitive, just keep it to yourself. And tukijemenga wana amenona guy, but sini shida yake, simulini yake. But you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me if you're going to say it in an insensitive way. Okay?
All right. Perfect. I mean, I'd like to know what is that one comment that you'd say someone ever told you and it really stuck with you? And this is not to say that you haven't healed. I mean, maybe you have, and you've gotten to a place that you actually understand and appreciate yourself. Remember, we've said how you see yourself and the confidence that you have in yourself really reflects in how you live, how you work, how you relate with people, how you even translate that into cash, partners and all that. And so what you're saying today is that in your journey of becoming is that you have to get to a space where you really appreciate your body. And it doesn't mean that you don't work on yourself. I've had friends who really appreciate who they are. They're very comfortable in their skin, like super comfortable. I mean, you're one of them. I've had those people, and I think it's really amazing. This is just to encourage all of us that get to that fika apple. It's really beautiful. Sawa, what do you have to tell our people as a parting shot?
Okay. So I will speak to the perpetrators first, okay? The people who go around body shaming others, because of flaws that people can change. I think that's why we have a very high outbreak of BBLs and, you know, a lot of plastic surgery. And people need to be their authentic selves. Don't be the reason why someone feels like they need to change who they are. If they're not fearfully and wonderfully made in your eyes, that's a you problem. Don't involve them in your problem. So? Good. So be careful with the words that you say. If what you're going to say is not kind, you would rather not say it. Achana tunayo, si lazima will make comments, okay? Let us be careful with the words that we use to speak to other people. And then for the people who have been body shamed, on behalf of the person who body shamed you, I would like to apologize. But I would also like to remind you that they do not define who you are. You define who you are. Like, they have only met you for what? An hour, 2. You are with you 24 hours in a day, round the clock, every year. Yeah? So you know you better than they know you. And if you feel like you're in a position whereby you don't know you, that means you need to put in the work to get to know you better. That calls for self-reflection. That calls for self-awareness. That calls for meetings with yourself severally. Don't get tired of working on yourself. It's not going to be a smooth journey, but if you're willing to put in the work, it's going to work out for you. Okay? Yeah, so that's all I would say. And remember, you're beautiful. God loves you. And we love you too. And even if you get a lot of backlash, because I know most of the time the body shaming is from people very close to you. Aunties, uncles, mother, father, siblings, you know, that kind of thing. Still, just stick to knowing who you are. Because yes, they might say, you know, I know you better, I'm doing it out of self, blah, blah, blah. You still know yourself better. So stick to your narrative. Be confident with it. Beautiful. Take it to the bank.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us today.
It was really amazing.
Myself, I would like to assure you that you're beautiful. And just like Sly has said, is that it's for you to decide how you see yourself. Ni wewe tu ndo utajiambia by the way najipenda hivi vile niko. And remember, we've said that get you a partner that actually likes you. Get yourself friends that actually love you and like how you look and appreciate you for who you are. Sawa. And thank you so much for tuning in today. Please remember to subscribe and share this with other people so that we can grow as a community. And we are very excited that you've been able to join us in this particular episode. Today we've had Sylvia Wanja, a journalist, a creative. Yani kianza ku-explain sitamaliza. She's a creative, she's an actor, she's a musician. Did you tell us about your YouTube handle? Social media zote. Aingekuwa vibaya jamani.
Okay. I think on... Do people still use Facebook?
Yes.
But yeah, like
yes,
I am on Facebook. I don't know how old I am, but like on Facebook I'm Sylvia Wanja. On Instagram, official Sylvia_Wanja. On YouTube, Sylvia Wanja official. On TikTok, simply Wanja. What else? On LinkedIn, Sylvia Wanja. Kama kona kazi, hit me up. I'm also a voiceover artist, by the way. I do impeccable work, so reach out. Even for character voices, I can do it for you. So like, reach out. Let's do business.
Perfect.
Vile inafaa. Muhimu sana.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Do have an amazing rest of the week. We'll see you next week, same place and time. Please share this with other people so that we'd get to, just get encouraged and have these conversations as well. Tuambie pale kwa comment section. What is that one comment that someone ever said to you about your body or your color or who you are and it stuck with you? Let's start having this conversation. Baka, tufike mahali, we know how to speak to other people, and especially the people that are not close to us, because sometimes we think our comments has your effect, but they do. Sawa sawa. So thank you so much. My name is Rachel Kahugu. Remember to subscribe to Edified Woman and follow us on all social media pages at Edified Woman. See you next time. Bye bye.